Welcome everybody to our weekly market update for this Monday. Today I have Karl and Stephanie with me. How are we going, guys?
Good, thanks.
Yes, very busy February that's happening so far. What's been happening in the property management market over the last few days?
It's been pretty busy. We've leased quite a few properties.
Yep.
We've got a new property coming up in Dover available.
Okay.
And we're appraising quite a few properties at the moment too. So hopefully getting some new stock for the market.
Yep. And application levels, are we still seeing crazy amounts of people
Very
applying
high
for
amounts.
property?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And rents are still
Still going up.
going up. Okay.
Yeah.
So no normalising yet.
No, sadly no.
Yep.
Still too many people looking for properties.
Yep.
We're trying to help as much as we can.
Yeah, okay. How's the sales market been over the last few days, Mr. Karl?
Similar, really.
Similar.
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of discussion about the potential of the market coming to an end. And,
Yep.
we just can't see it at the moment, can we? It's really still an imbalance of buyers out there versus properties.
Yep.
Having said that, would you agree that we're probably looking at quite a few more properties hitting the market than normal coming up?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's probably just for the last 4 weeks, there's probably been more appraisals down and more properties listed than what we would have for a couple of years, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mm.
So if you're a buyer out there, then don't be too stressed. It looks like there might be a bigger choice than normal, but there's still a big pool of buyers that are looking. So I don't think we're going to see too much normalisation in the market just yet.
Starting to find a little bit hit and miss with some properties versus others due to price selection, mainly.
Pricing, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we are seeing obviously a lot higher prices than we've ever seen, clearly. So the asking prices are making that we're losing quite a lot of those buyers who otherwise would have been interested.
Yep.
Now we're really just dealing with those buyers that can afford those properties. So clearly the activity around each individual property has come down a fair bit.
Yep.
But we're still finding out whether there's plenty of buyers at that higher end.
Yep.
But some properties, we're seeing it, they're coming on just a bit too high.
Mm-hmm.
And that is starting to be obvious that buyers are reacting to that negatively, not positive.
Yeah. So what would your advice be for all the people out there? And we're getting a lot of questions about, is this the top of the market? And what should we do? Sell now or wait for a bit longer? Price selection right now, given that feedback that's happened just over the last 6 weeks, I suppose, and we're sort of seeing a lot of people that are probably still expecting it to go up more or factoring that into the asking price. Give us a couple of examples of some of the things that are happening versus ones that are coming on attractive and ones that are a little bit higher, I suppose. So.
Yeah, so following on definitely from that, it's, we're seeing that if we're doing the right marketing, the right pricing strategy, then we're still seeing plenty of buyer activity and there seems to be still some growth left in it. Obviously, if prices are starting a little bit too high, then we're just losing that activity and I do believe that that's going to self-feed a slowdown in the market.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, as there's more and more properties hitting the market that are perceived unaffordable, that's going to calm the amount of buyers down and it's going to be perceived that there's a lot less buyers interested. But realistically speaking, if we price properties accordingly, there's actually still plenty of buyers. So interest rate hike rises, of course, is going to scare a few people off. But let's be honest, it's only going to be very incremental for a long time yet before it goes anything major.
So thinking about a supply and demand factor, since Karl's been in this for many years, we'll ask him how many listings do you have right now that are active, Karl, compared to how many listings that you would have had about 7 years ago that are active?
Yeah, so not even 7 years ago, only a few years ago, we Nick or myself at any given time would be used to being around sort of 30 to 40 listings on the books at any one time. So buyers used to come along and we'd spend 2 afternoons with them and they'd have a choice of 10 properties. Today, I think I'm not exaggerating in saying I've got maybe 6 properties live, bearing in mind that only one of those is actively available and not under contract. So back in the day, anything under 20 listings on the books and I'd panic.
Yes. So the supply and demand result of that to now still means that we've got a fair while to get back to
Yes.
some sort of normalisation where everybody has 10 listings or 20 listings or something.
That's exactly the thing that we've got to bear in mind. So until all the agents end up having that level of stock build up back on their books again, which, let's face it, is going to take quite a lot of negative buyer activity moving forwards before that happens. So we've still got a fair way, so probably a good 12 months in it, I can see. Bear in mind, we're not crystal ball readers. We cannot know what's happening in the future, can we?
No,
Things
no.
can change pretty quick, but as
Yeah.
far as it seems, it would seem that there's a lot of change that needs to happen before it really goes crazy.
Yeah.
In the wrong way.
Yeah, and I guess you've got an underlying, well, there's some strong predictions about Melbourne and Sydney prices starting to hold up, and things are starting to look that way with their auction numbers and clearance rates just starting to cool a little, but there's still a massive regional push from COVID happening just right around the country. So what fact that when you overlay that with what's happening in the market, and then you say, but there's still a whole heap of people getting out of the cities and moving to the coast and the country.
That hasn't let up, hasn't it?
No.
That decentralisation of cities and bigger centres. More and more people are still wanting to be, like you say, either coastal or in our case, country.
Yeah.
And getting away from the masses and enjoying that more country lifestyle. And obviously working from home has become more normalised in a lot of businesses now. So accepting that their employees can actually work from home outside of the city environment is not letting up at all, and seems like it's becoming more of a popular thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all your words of wisdom there, Karl. That's good advice for anybody who's out there thinking about when's the right time. Should I hold off buying, or should I sell now, or should I hold off selling, and all of those sort of things. There's a lot of that conversation starting to come into the market. So it's a really good time to think about that, and maybe reach out to Karl or one of the guys if you want some more answers in relation to your specific property as to how that affects things. So thanks for tuning in. I think that's enough for today. We'll let you all get on with your busy Mondays, and we'll see you next week on the update.